Hello everyone, welcome to another Steam match of the Mordheim Summer Tournament. My name is Karond and this tournament is hosted by Marcus Kane. Today we'll be looking at the round of 16 and one of the last few games here, this time between Uddhava and Talon. It's all a bit funny seeing Uddhava here since he has not won a single game, unlike all of the other players in the round of 16. That's because he finished third in his group number 5, due to rotting mass forfeiting the tournament. And then he went up against Chris Cardiac in the death matches, so also forfeited, and thus we see him here in the round of 16. We don't expect him to win here, 1% chance of winning at best. Talon has a lot of tournament experience, he has won the most tournaments, although it has to be said that before the previous tournament, all of the tournaments were much easier than they are now. More people are showing up with maxed out warbands, and more people are skilled in playing the game than they were before. So Talon is not gonna have such an easy path streamrolling over easy opponents as he had in the previous tournaments. Still, everyone expects him to win here, and he has been doing well so far, winning both of his games, and everyone expects him to have a round of 8 against Pharaoh 85. We will see what he will both be bringing. We know a little bit about Uddhava since we have recorded both of his games earlier. And we wish both of the players good luck, and they are about to start, so let's get into it. Alright, here we go. One warband was unclear in this wagon, while the other is scattered randomly around there, are scared by something. Who is scattered and who will deploy right next to their wagon? We will see. We see that Talon's Raid and Pillage has a kind of clear advantage here in rating, and no wonder though. I saw the Sons of Pyramida prepare for this match, and it seems like Uddhava might not take this too seriously. I saw that lots of his characters had Tome of Abilities and Physical Grimoires and stuff like that available to him, but he had not used them and did not want to use them on his characters, so he has a clear disadvantage here mechanically going into this match. Although he does get the better starting position, starting right next to his wagon, while Talon is scattered. We will see what that means. If you remember seeing Marcus Kane against Clyde, it didn't mean anything to be scattered in that particular map. Maybe it's different in this map. Top left corner of the screen we can see the morale, and it's a morale advantage to Talon here. Although the initiative ladder seems to support Talon, but we can expect that to be mostly him starting with Helmets of Celerity and lots of dual daggers here to get the boost in case they would have started up right next to each other. Warlock here is first to move. Can he spot something? Can he see something at all? Uddhava is looking. We are watching the game from Uddhava's perspective, by the way, in case that wasn't obvious. Not seeing any unit here so far, and I think that's a pretty good indication here that being scattered meant absolutely nothing to Talon as well. Maybe he's scattered around his wagon, and it will take him a bit more of a movement to gather all of his troops, but it shouldn't have an effect then on the battlefield. Uddhava, as you can see, has 2 champions to him and a kind of melee heavy build, especially for the Mercenaries. Followed up by a captain, 3 warriors and wolf priests. Watching the minimap, in case Talon does step onto a trap, we will see it, and so will Uddhava, if he is paying attention. It's not just the traps, of course. If you see crows on the ground and you run into them, then they scatter, and then you see that on the minimap as well. You do see a lot of skills, you see all of the area spells, you see globes, everything like that is pure. It's very visible on the minimap, as well as some often sensed curses, like word light. Shines you up like a beacon. Hiding his archers here. Be sure that he can make good use of them in case Talon shows up. See any traps going off so far, so we have no idea where Talon's warband is. I hope the music isn't too loud. It's not something I can control. It's the music that Uddhava likes to play with. A lot of players do disable the music, which can be unnerving after a while, and some players do love it. Uddhava is one of those. See, the initiative ladder here is making it very difficult for Uddhava with most. He has a few ranged units dispersed in between Talon's units, but then all of Talon's units come on, and then after that the units of the melee units of Uddhava. There's also, of course, there is advantages and disadvantages to hiding like this, like Uddhava does, and the main advantage being that you can't be targeted by everything. Disadvantage is, of course, that you can't see anything, so you won't see anything. If a unit moves out across the map here, he wouldn't see it. And so they aren't revealed on the minimap, especially since Uddhava is currently not watching the minimap to look for clues. It will be interesting to see what the initiative ladder is for the next round when Talon has switched weapons and taken away all of his double daggers. Talon's last unit finishing up. So what does Uddhava need to do here? Well, he has a lot of melee presence, and if Talon is sticking with the same unit composition that he usually does, then he has more of a lot of range and support than he does melee units. So naturally, Uddhava needs to get closer and closer and closer, but he shouldn't expose himself on the way there, and he has some units to protect himself with, but slowly creeping across the board, trying to be protected as much as possible, so that whenever they do engage, Uddhava can use the full range of his melee power and come to bear against the melee that Talon happens to have. So in that sense, moving like this is not too bad. Trying to put yourself in a position where you can't be seen to... Do we see the first unit? Yes, we do! There we go! He had, that particular warrior had a talisman on him. We saw that. And we also saw a marksman and Butterface, the smuggler of Talon. Butterface is a support character of Talon's, which uses the captain's speech, I believe it's called, or is it captain's order? I always mix those two up. Anyway, it's the one that gives plus 30% damage to a unit for 2 blue pills. So we have seen the first warrior here. Maybe he could set up an ambush or two and then go forward with the warlock, do a bit of damage and then go back without taking any damage in return. That would have been a good choice here by Uddhava. We'll see what he does. He will get to act before that particular warrior at least. And he is relatively close. You can be seen from there, especially to magic. One of the tankier champions here. Let's see what he does. Main thing here is to remain calm and collected for Uddhava here. He doesn't want to expose himself too much. Talon's units are a little bit dispersed and they're trying to rush to Uddhava. And he might not respect Uddhava too much as an opponent here. He does have a clear mechanical advantage. He has an advantage with experience, and he probably has better units as well. So just rushing in like it was the AI might actually get Talon the win here. That's how big a difference this is. But we'll see if he can pull something off here. Blessing of Ulrich, Hall of the Wolf. Can get quite a few units. Gets Blessing of Ulrich on. Lessening the charge cost. Could have used Ulrich's gift as well.
A new round has started.
Not to. Alright, what is this warlock going to do? This is a talisman. I don't like this move. I think he should have gone forth and punished that warrior that he sees here, the 75-1 Master Baiter. Why not? Yes, he has magic resistance, but is he hoping that he will get another target? Well, it could be possible. And if he doesn't have if he doesn't lower the magic resistance with his skills by 50% of the target, then so it would effectively be 30%, then it might not be worth casting lightning strikes on that particular warrior. We'll see. See the two archers here dividing up each side. We also did see a glimpse of the top archer here being targeted by Captain's speech. If it is Captain's order, no, it's probably Captain's order, yeah, by Captain's order, because we saw that he did a lot more damage than he usually does. Captain's order being unique in that way that it can act as one of the few abilities that can buff range damage as well. The only other ability able to do that is Bless of Filth, but it's really just adding on damage rather than buffing the damage of the base weapon. We saw that that particular smuggler had +3 movement, indicating a sister superior from Talon. Uddhava should always take his time. When it's the opponent's turn, you can just go out and look and cycle through the stats and everything of the units that you see, so you know and are well prepared to handle them and know what their strengths and weaknesses are. So you can pair up your units against their units in the most efficient way. Uddhava is not really doing that. It's a sign of inexperience here. He really should be doing that right now, at least watching the minimap to see the traps or see anything other than this particular wall. See Butterface moving in here. First shot connects, second shot doesn't connect. Should probably use exhaustion here and move back. Not wanting to expose herself. Warlock's turn, see if he can do anything now. Going back to delaying, what is he hoping for? Is he hoping that Talon is gonna put units up right in front of him that he can just go for the target? I don't think he will do that. And if he goes on with the Master Baiter here, for that, then know that he is currently under the effect of the Talisman. Delaying has its merits, but I don't think that this particular Warlock has exhaustion, so he can't make up for the lost blue pills. At the very least, scattered once again didn't actually mean anything. Since that Visions of Dread is not that potent for a lot of the maps, being scattered can really hurt you, but here we see one of the other units of Talons is a warrior, which is the classic setup that Talon always uses. He has the smuggler, he has a wolf priest, a sister superior, and what else is there? A warrior priest, as well as a champion leader. 3 warriors and 2 marksmen. It's predictable, it's what he usually brings, and we just wait for an opponent to make use of that. We saw that predictability can be punished quite severely, as Clyde did to Marcus Kane. Another delay. Not gonna have too many blue pills left to move. Wait. A bit slow finishing the sentence. He can't see where these units are if he hovers around the map. There we see where one of the marksmen is hiding. Probably hiding in buildings, all of them. Take the opportunity to look at the unit stats, Uddhava. Prepare yourself, at least. Not gonna happen. Gonna go looking here for a shot. Do you see anything? Same thing applies to Talon here, like hiding behind buildings like Uddhava is doing, and then what Talon is doing now means that he is effectively blind to wherever the units of Uddhava is, unless he starts to minimap, which of course he's gonna do, but it sometimes fails. Putting them in. Well, look, I don't know what he's doing here. He's gonna start first with that character pretty soon here. If he just moved forward, he could have maybe cast a few spells, and then after that, he could have moved away almost instantly afterwards. That's like one of the main advantages of delaying that much. That's why you delay, so you get to act twice in a row. Another delay, this time by Talon. there we see Deny the Heretic, the whole area. Confirming that we were indeed right about the Warrior Priest and the predictability of Talon's composition here. There it is. And the forward warrior has moved back quite a bit. Don't really see anything of the battle. Uddhava is not making full use of time here. We've said so once before, it bears to be repeated. Something for all of the people who've watched this particular match to learn from, that whenever it's the opponent's turn, what you do is you check the minimap, you check the opponent's forces, what he has. You can cycle with B twice to see buffs and debuffs. You can cycle with N and M, those two keys on the keyboard, to see the stats and everything. Might have been an indication that Talon got stunned or something with his Wolf Priest. So that's what you do. You just cycle through and then you see the melee resistance, magic resistance, critical resistance, and you know exactly what to target with what unit you have. You know exactly what your strengths are, which unit you should use against which other unit. Instead, what Uddhava is doing here is just going off hiding into buildings as far as possible. And then staring blankly into the wall while it's his opponent's turn. A very damaged champion here. I wouldn't go up there. Might actually see a unit or two here if you go up there. It's possible. It does not. Could go upstairs if we find something. Deny the Heretic is such a great spell, reduces hit chance by 15% as long as you're in the area, and as soon as you enter the area, all goes just into it, you do lose one red pill. I don't know why you want to put your warrior there into the window so you can be shot at. Maybe you find something? No, you do not. Alright, so what's the strategy here? Getting stuck in the open. Alright. That's probably a dead warrior now. What is Gottfried Holysurg going to do about it? Well, you could go after the marksman that just fired that shot. You are well within reach. Or we could just stay here. Be careful now that you don't actually block the path forward, because that probably blocked that path for any of your units to go forth. I don't know what the purpose is of staying like this. Maybe Uddhava has a plan. It's most likely that what Talon will do here is that he will go for it, kill the warrior, and then withdraw a little bit. Still focusing on Blessing of Ulrich. You see that here, plus 10% critical hit chance and plus 20% critical damage. Making sure that everyone has Blessing of Ulrich. He needs to move away there. He's gonna block his units from actually doing anything or moving anywhere. Imagine if you could get a fireball in here. Wouldn't that have been sweet? Guard stance increasing armor by 10%.
A new round has started.
See, if this unit had moved forward and cast a little bit, it would have been his turn now, and he could have cast it again and then moved away to safety. Instead, I believe he's probably gonna go and delay, right? Yeah. At least props to Uddhava here for naming his units. Something that is appropriate for a mercenary warband. Gonna get shot down here and then it will retreat with his archers. So going into the houses and waiting has been entirely in vain. And you see that Archer made Overwatch, it could have easily been reached. He's just gonna quicken up his demise here. A bit of a lucky hit, 3% chance for critical there. Even less so with the stun resistance check on top of that. Very unlucky. Generally rush for a third shot. Might finish this unit off. At least leave him with just a few H points. No, he's gonna finish him off. So first kill, one henchman down for Uddhava. I don't know what Uddhava's game plan is. Yes, we see the smuggler is never gonna stand close like that. She's gonna move well away once she's scouted. Here she is. Continuing her assault on that particular champion. Maybe the champion insulted her in some way. Almost killing that champion off. Not gonna have too many blue pills left now to escape this. Gonna use exhaustion, no doubt. But Uddhava should really be able to catch this unit here. If he dares do something about it. What are you gonna do, Uddhava? Gonna go in and delay again? I don't know if it's aggressive here. It's very much turtling and not doing anything. Indeed, Talon was very hasty moving. A lot of units ahead of time before the rest of them could catch up, but since Uddhava was only going to hide out in the buildings anyway, it turned out to be going pretty well for Talon here. Still staring blankly into a wall instead of looking up what he can do. The expected Sister Superior we saw, it's the first time we see her, but we did see that the Smuggler was boosted by her with +3 movement. Which is a special skill that Sister Superior gets. Entering ambush stance now. See another warrior here, probably going good to go into ambush mode here to protect both the Smuggler and that particular Sister Superior. Although the Sister Superior can probably manage herself in close combat. But most of Uddhava's units is coming up here. And he gets a chance to retaliate. If he wants to, should we add? It appears actually that didn't Talon start with 246 morale? Yes, it did. Seems like he has got 9999 on one of his heroes. Probably a Wolf Priest or the Warrior Priest here in Talon's warband. Being extremely aggressive, that ties into his earlier comment here as well. So it's not as bad as it looks for Uddhava here. One can only wonder what kind of spells this particular unit were casting when they got 9999. Uddhava checking the minimap, but not really checking anything on the minimap. Bit of bad luck, gonna try again. The wall runner is free after all. So what is he going to do? The important thing here is that he should go forth and try to shoot something and not finish his turn with in line of sight of Talon. You can probably go towards the other part of the street here and you might see the smuggler. Alright. Strange position. In that position he's very likely to miss his overwatch and then he will be charged, and at that point he will be stuck against the wall and die. Maybe Uddhava has some specific plan with that. I don't know why he's trying to sneak forward, that's what he's saying. But meanwhile, every time it's Talon's turn, he goes forward a little bit, kills something and then moves back. So what he's really doing is just putting forth units to die one at a time. There will always be something that he will be exposing, and that unit is going to die. Just hiding your units and not even trying to attack is not going to do anything here. He needs to have a plan. I don't know what he's looking at. He's certainly not looking at Talon's units. Going up there again, maybe. He sees the warrior there. I don't know what this is all about. The smuggler is not in there. Gonna go into the ambush here. Miss for Talon. Probably a bad idea to attack here. Giving Talon another free attack. Miss, he clearly has a higher chance of hitting as well. Kidney Strike is not gonna achieve anything, because you can't get in there with another unit. The next time it's your turn, Kidney Strike will have disappeared, so that would have been much better to just use a normal attack than save one red pellet for your parry stance. So a bit of a mistake here. Right, so he is trying to go around. See the warrior priest here coming in. So we know that the warrior priest is alive. Most likely that was of the wolf priest that Talon likes to use. So far, one hero killed by each team, and one henchman also dead for Uddhava here. Getting a glimpse of the war priest as he runs around buffing up everyone around him. Armor of Righteousness, most likely. And we do see another Deny the Heretic here as well. Uddhava's Warlock does have access to the Dispel spell, which is kind of useful because it can actually clear these fields. probably go in here to the left. Yes. Failing the fear test here. Unlucky, which means that he is buffed by Armor of Righteousness. 10% chance of hitting, not good. And he wouldn't even do any damage, even if he had hit. See if we get some unit coming up behind that particular champion now. Might be the champion leader of Talon. Wants to get involved. He stepped over Adonai the Heretic, so he's nearby. There we see him. Champion leader. Also buffed by Armor of Righteousness, and it seems like Winter's Chill as well. Which is gonna be triggered here. Madcap mushrooms before charging in. See here that the champion leader has Fatality mastered, since his critical hit chance increased by +10 after the first hit. And this could be a double envelopment here, since the captain of Uddhava is probably going to go into that door as well. Good stun roll resistance here, not having the bad luck he had earlier with the warrior. But still taking a lot of damage, so what's the plan? You have a champion about to die here. So he goes into ambush, but there's no one who is gonna go that distance. Please don't use Blessing of Ulrich here. Use something else. Ulrich's gift would be useful. Charging in. Immediately getting hit by Winter's Chill, reducing his hit chances by 20%. I don't know what the purpose of this wolf priest is here. He seems to only want to cast
A
Blessing
new
of
round
Elric.
has started.
Alright, you have a lot of units here to shoot down, and you need to get within reasonable protection as well after you have unloaded your spells, or the smuggler is gonna go and get you. So we'll see if he thinks a lot about this. Yes, he is looking at magic resistance and that's only 4%. So finally, Uddhava is starting to check out his opponent and trying to do something about it. Having bad luck on the first spell. Remember that the boss, as this particular character is called, terrible name, absolutely terrible, is gonna take 60 more damage from the Master Adrenaline Rush he used, as well as 30 damage more due to the exhaustion that he also used. Alright, that makes sense in a way, since Smuggler can't come through and get close if the warrior's there with an ambush. But he might still be shot at from above. We'll see. That smuggler is pretty close to superior, so she's gonna get a lot of movement here, probably 10 movement, no 11 movement, which is a lot. You can cover a whole lot of ground with that, especially if you have Exhaustion Mastered, which Talon has on pretty much all of his heroes, as well as Master Adrenaline Rush, which he also has on all of his heroes and leader. Which makes Talon's warband a little bit of a burst warband. So if you can weather the storm in the beginning, you can definitely turn the battle around. But you need to do damage yourself. He has cloth and he has not too great of defenses here. I almost wish that what he had done here, instead of casting 3 lightning blasts, would have been casting a single dispel. It would have automatically taken away all of the spells here. Would have made that particular champion leader much weaker, because now all the units next to him is gonna suffer minus 20% damage and minus 20% hit chance, which are a lot. And that's why they are very unlikely to hit him. Gottfried is not having a good day. Gonna be shot down now, most likely. Couldn't find a decent shot. Could probably started work on that particular warrior though. Going back to it. Saw Deny the Heretic here being triggered. Finding the same spot as the other marksman. Miss. He's gonna die anyway. Gonna just finish the touch here. Going to probably just shoot at the warlock, which has chance opportunity. Could target the wood priest a bit. Yes, opts to do that, despite the heavy armor. What can Uddhava do to counter here? Hopefully Uddhava is wise enough not to attack into that. A warrior in Web of Steel with red pills left over is just gonna bring more damage to him. Gonna tie down the warlock if he can. And he definitely can do that. Opted to attack the Pirate Captain. Don't really know why. These two units might have disengaged from each other, who knows. Here comes the ambush. She was definitely heading towards the Warlock here. She must disengage. She might disengage and go exactly for the Warlock. I think she will do exactly that. We'll see. Exhaustion. Disengage and then right for the Warlock. Probably gonna use Adrenaline Rush here as well. Master Adrenaline Rush for 2 more attacks. Seems likely. There we go. As you see, Master Adrenaline Rush and Master Exhaustion on each and every unit, making them very bursty, but remember that she takes 90 damage next turn. So if you can put in enough hurt on her, but that's the thing, you need to do some kind of damage. And Uddhava's force doesn't seem to have much damage available to him. The Warlock might die here. That's the power of the Sister Superior boosting these units' movement up to very high levels. See, Uddhava's Warband has a lot of Demoralize and Rune of Dismay, and we'll see if he's actually gonna try and use that for something. Not having his best chance here. Although Talon has also missed a few shots. Putting himself right against the wall so that he can be trapped. Which he probably will be by the Sister Superior. Don't know why he opts to shoot at this particular warrior, seeing as the Sister Superior is gonna take 90 damage and he could finish that unit off. Putting himself where he can't disengage. Not many options left for Uddhava now. And we lost 3 heroes and 1 henchman. And only 1 hero dying for Talon, which was quite frankly not within the power of Uddhava at all. It was purely a Zench curse. In here doing a bit of healing, making sure this spear is gonna stay alive. And deny the heretic. Playing havoc on these 2 units. Damage is taken here, but he's gonna have an easy time hitting this particular Wolf Priest. The Wolf Priest is already injured, he might actually die here. We'll see. First of 6 attacks incoming. Second. Third. Hitting with everything. Just 1 red pill left, but Master Adrenaline Rush is gonna make that 4. Taking a further 60 damage. Could be finished off by Uddhava here if he has the awareness to do something about it. but he doesn't have any options left. He has wasted most of his damage units, hiding them in buildings, and he doesn't have anything to respond to this champ leader's near death situation. One more death here, and we are gonna see a round test taken by Uddhava, and he does the foolish thing here and attacks right into that unit, suffering even more damage. Completely unnecessary, just unbelievable that it actually managed to hit there at all, but it doesn't work out in his favor. That was a bit lucky, he might need that. Can he disengage? No, he cannot. Or he's not looking for an option to do so at that point. No, it's not really turning exciting after all. Uddhava is going to die here without having achieved anything at all. Except for one kill that Talon got himself.
A new round has started.
7 characters in a row here. We're gonna finish the work and produce a route test that Uddhava is unlikely to survive. Depends on what kind of leadership he has, but we will see. Might focus fire a bit here on the captain, making sure that a hero will be forced to take the round test. Missing the first. Yeah, you didn't play that well, and you have a very much inferior warband. If you have not invested in grimoires and books and tomes and abilities, you will always be far behind, and you have units that are poorer. But I've talked to Uddhava before this game, and he says that he's rebuilding a new warband for the next tournament, Mordheim Madness, that I will host. And he says that this new warband of his is flawless. But even if it is flawless, if there could be such a thing in Mordheim, he really needs to get better at playing. He's one of the veterans of this game, but if he just stares blankly into a wall while it is his opponent's turn, then he's never gonna win anything, and that's why he loses every single game and goes out in the group stages of every single tournament. And he doesn't really pay attention and focuses his forces to where they're supposed to be. So he needs to get better at that, even if the new warband is flawless. As with this, he's going out to the tournament with a 0 win rate and 3 losses to his name. Yes, stand here in the open with these units. Talon knows that there's no threat coming to them. Yeah, it is definitely. Talon is right about that. It is a burst warband. That's what it is. Master exhaustion, master adrenaline rush, everything moving forward, trying to do as much damage as possible because you can't take too much damage. The way to counter this is of course to focus on the heroes. You don't really need to do anything to the warriors. If you can hold down the marksman, that will help a lot. You do need etheric elixirs because they remove magic effects that debuff you, such as Deny the Heretic or Winter Shield, which Talon uses a lot of. If we had seen the Wolf Priest in action here, we would have seen him running around exactly like the Warrior Priest is doing here, throwing Deny the Heretic and Armor of Righteousness, but instead he will be throwing Winter's Shield and Ulrich's Gift, which increases melee damage by 20% and hit chance by 20%, and then Winter Shield reducing hit chance of every unit that unit comes into contact with, as well as minus 20% damage, which is a lot. It's exactly like having plus 20% armor. And if you already start with 50% armor, buffed to 75% with Armor of Righteousness, and plus that, then you have 95%. Yes, you're not gonna do much damage against those units. So it does rely on buffing units and burst damage, and you need to be able to counter that. And Uddhava was clearly not up to the task, and no one expected him to either. So this game went exactly as we could have expected. It was nice to see Talon entering the tournament record here, and we are hoping that Uddhava returns for the next tournament with his new flawless warband, and has picked up a few tricks when it comes to tactics. Yes, one more unit left to move after this, and we will be expecting to see a route test and a failed route test. Since he doesn't have any heroes left, he can't succeed. There we go! A win for Talon, straight win, third straight win in the tournament. Congrats to him, 7-1. And there we see it, Talon won 7-1 against Uddhava. He's gonna go up against Pharaoh 85 in the quarterfinal. That's probably gonna put him up against the first real challenge here. We wish him good luck and wish Pharaoh 85 good luck. Hope we'll be able to record that game and broadcast it to you. For now, we'll see you in the next game. Farewell.